if everybody's out there buying peptides, the pharmaceutical companies really don't have a way to make money. That's the whole driving force between anti-peptide. And of course, then of course, if they do get a patent on a peptide, which does happen from time to time, especially when they attach two peptides together, because they can say that's an invention. When that happens, then peptides are great, but only those ones. So you just have to keep in mind that there are billions of dollars being spent on manipulating the public's opinion on these things, and pharmaceutical companies have a vested interest in you not liking peptides and not liking hormones and thinking what they do is better, and that's just not true. Hi, my name is Jaquish. I'm a doctor of biomedical engineering, which gives me a unique perspective on all sorts of things. Today I want to talk about peptides. So those of you that have been following me, I don't make fun of other people on the internet. If somebody does something great, I will say, this guy said something great, you should follow him. If somebody says something that's not that great, I don't want to call them out because it's easy to make mistakes. There's a lot of conflicting research out there. It also doesn't mean people are bad. I don't think anyone should really make fun of anyone if you're like a gentleman or just a decent person. And a lot of people in fitness are not any of those things. I don't call anybody out, but I have been seeing a lot of videos, and this is what I want to talk about today. And I'm not calling anybody out on purpose, but I see the same video showing up over and over again. And it is, I'm so sick of these peptide videos, people. So they're saying in these videos, like they're tired of seeing influencers promote peptides or talk about peptides or acting like peptides or more than they are, or whatever their problem is. I would like to encourage them to maybe just see how things go instead of complaining about it. And the reason I think we're in a really good position, and I mean like as a society, having peptides being one of the focal points of the medical conversation. Hormones and peptides occur naturally in the body. Pharmaceuticals that have patents on them do not occur anywhere in nature. They are Frankenstein molecules created specifically to, some of them attach to peptide receptor sites and do certain things or whatever. As just a general approach for health, it's always going to be, there's not a lot of times I can say always or never because there's exceptions, but this is one of those where I am unable to come up with an example of where like a peptide fails and some Frankenstein chemical is going to be better for you. And so even though I think a lot of peptides might be overhyped, a lot of peptides are being tried by people who really don't have the background. I mean, does some 14-year-old kid really need BPC 157? Probably not. But is it important that as this is going on, I mean, let's say that there's a kid out there who does try BPC 157. What's the worst thing that's going to happen to him? He heals some stuff he didn't know was even hurting or injured. There's ways you can hurt yourself. Insulin is a peptide. And if you take too much insulin, you are dead as fried chicken. So these things need to be taken seriously and taken responsibly, but just from a philosophical standpoint, you got to remember that we are in a much better place if we're talking about our health and supplementing and amplifying our health based on peptides and hormones. That's a much better conversation than patented pharmaceuticals. Now, of course, the pharmaceutical industry is fighting this trend so hard, which is why you see so much negative information about it. It's because if everybody's out there buying peptides, the pharmaceutical companies really don't have a way to make money. And that's the whole driving force between anti-peptide. And of course, then of course, if they do get a patent on a peptide, which does happen from time to time, especially when they attach two peptides together, because they can say that's an invention. When that happens, then peptides are great, but only those ones. So you just have to keep in mind that there are billions of dollars being spent on manipulating the public's opinion on these things. And pharmaceutical companies have a vested interest in you not liking peptides and not liking hormones and thinking what they do is better. And that's just not true. Now, I'm also not an anti-pharma zealot. Yeah, they've done some great things, but from a philosophical standpoint, I would much rather the entire industry focus on replicating things that naturally happen in the body and can control or amplify our health, as opposed to these chemicals not found in nature. I hope this helped, and I hope if you got a comment, you can add to the conversation. Bring research to the conversation if you have any and want me to clarify. See you on the next one.
If this video helped you, I want you to subscribe and follow. I'm going to put out videos on a regular basis. I think they're going to help a whole lot of people, especially if you're one of those people that doesn't just instantly grow from lifting regular weights. We've got the answer for you.